There is a quiet truth that has existed long before cities touched the sky, before endless notifications filled our minds, and before people measured their worth by what others thought of them. It is a truth that remains unchanged no matter how fast the world moves. Happiness is not hidden in distant places. It is not waiting at the end of success, wealth, or recognition. It has always been quietly resting within the heart that has learned to be still. Many spend their lives chasing happiness, as though it were a bird that flies farther away with every step. They believe, when I earn more, I will be happy. When people admire me, I will be happy. When life becomes perfect, happiness will finally arrive. Yet every achievement soon becomes ordinary. Every new possession grows familiar. Every victory fades into another desire. The thirsty mind drinks from a river that can never satisfy, because it mistakes temporary pleasure for lasting peace. Observe the nature of the mind. It rarely stays where life is happening. It wanders into memories that cannot be changed, or runs toward futures that have not yet arrived. While the body sits in one place, the mind travels through countless imagined worlds. In this wandering, joy is forgotten, peace is abandoned. The present moment, the only place where life truly exists, is left unnoticed. Happiness begins the moment you return. Return to your breath. Return to the sound of the wind. Return to the warmth of sunlight upon your skin. Return to the simple miracle of being alive. Every breath is an invitation to awaken from distraction. Every quiet moment reminds you that peace has never left, only your attention has wandered. The greatest burden people carry is not the weight of the world, but the weight of attachment. We cling to praise and fear criticism. We hold tightly to possessions, relationships, and expectations, believing they define who we are. But everything in life changes. Seasons change, bodies change, friendships change, fortunes rise and fall. To resist change is to struggle against the rhythm of existence itself. Happiness comes from within, not from external success. True happiness is not found in wealth, status, possessions, or the approval of others. Lasting peace arises when we stop chasing temporary pleasures and discover the quiet contentment that already exists within us. Many people spend their entire lives believing that happiness is waiting somewhere outside themselves. They think it will arrive with a better job, a larger home, greater wealth, or the admiration of others. Each new achievement brings a brief moment of excitement, but that feeling soon fades, leaving the heart searching for the next reward. This endless pursuit creates a cycle that never truly satisfies, because external things are always changing. What is gained today may be lost tomorrow, and what once seemed extraordinary eventually becomes ordinary. Lasting happiness cannot be built upon something so temporary. Live fully in the present moment, the mind often becomes trapped in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Real peace begins when we bring our attention back to the present through awareness, mindful breathing, and appreciation of life's simple moments. The greatest obstacle to happiness is a mind that rarely stays where life is actually unfolding. It drifts into memories, filled with regret, or races toward an uncertain future, filled with worry, while the body remains in one place. The mind travels through countless imagined situations, missing the beauty of the present moment. Yet the present is the only place where life can truly be experienced. The past cannot be changed, and the future has not yet arrived. Peace begins when we gently bring our attention back to the here and now, without judgment or resistance. Let go of attachment and accept change. Suffering grows when we cling to people, expectations, and outcomes. Since everything in life changes, learning to let go and embrace impermanence allows us to experience greater freedom and emotional balance. Much of human suffering begins with the desire to hold on to things that were never meant to remain the same. We become attached to people, possessions, achievements, and expectations. Yet life moves like a flowing river, never standing still. Seasons change, relationships evolve, bodies grow older, and circumstances shift in ways we cannot always control. When we resist these natural changes, we create unnecessary pain for ourselves. The struggle does not come from change itself, but from our refusal to accept it. A peaceful heart understands that nothing in the world is permanent, and because of this understanding, it learns to welcome each moment without fear. Letting go is not a sign of weakness or indifference. It is an act of wisdom that frees the mind from constant anxiety and disappointment. Imagine holding a bird in your hands. If you grip it too tightly, you may harm it. If you hold it gently, it remains free while still resting with you. Life asks us to treat every experience in the same way. Appreciate what comes, but do not cling to it. Welcome joy without fearing its end, and face loss without believing it defines your future. When you stop demanding that life unfold according to your wishes, you discover a quiet freedom. Acceptance replaces resistance, peace replaces struggle, and the heart becomes light enough to move gracefully through every change that life brings. Cultivate compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. Kindness toward others, gratitude for what we already have, and forgiveness of past hurts create inner harmony. These qualities transform both our relationships and our own state of mind. A peaceful and joyful life is not built through great achievements alone, but through the quiet qualities we nurture within ourselves each day. Compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness are like gentle streams that cleanse the heart of anger, envy, and fear. When we choose kindness, even in small ways, we remind ourselves that every person carries unseen struggles. A warm smile, patient listening, or a thoughtful word may seem insignificant, yet these simple acts have the power to ease another person's burden while bringing calm to our own mind. The more we give without expecting praise or reward, the more naturally happiness begins to grow within us. Build inner peace through silence and self-awareness. Regular moments of silence, reflection, and mindful observation help calm the restless mind. By understanding our thoughts instead of being controlled by them, we uncover lasting happiness and wisdom that remains steady despite life's challenges. The mind is naturally restless, moving from one thought to another like leaves carried by the wind. It chases memories, imagines countless futures, and reacts to every emotion without pause. When this constant movement goes unnoticed, it creates confusion, stress, and dissatisfaction. Lasting happiness begins when we learn to observe the mind instead of being controlled by it. A few moments of silence each day can reveal more wisdom than hours of endless distraction. In silence, the noise of the outside world slowly fades, allowing the heart to become calm and clear, just as muddy water settles when left undisturbed. The mind also becomes clear when it is given space to rest. Self-awareness is the gentle practice of noticing thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judging them. Instead of fighting fear, anger, or sadness, simply observe them as passing clouds in the open sky. Every feeling arises, remains for a while, and eventually disappears. Understanding this truth prevents us from becoming trapped by temporary emotions. Through quiet reflection, mindful breathing, and patient observation, we discover that peace has never been absent. It was only hidden beneath constant mental noise. As awareness deepens, we respond to life's challenges with wisdom rather than impulse, and with patience rather than fear. This inner stillness becomes a steady refuge, untouched by changing circumstances.